Hi guys, it's Bev Filer with South Texas Creations, where if you can dream it, I can create it. And tonight guys, I'm going to show you how to make a really cute snowman. It's all of the items came from either let's see, the Dollar Tree, Walmart, or Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to show you everything that these are so easy to make. So this is the tree that you're going to pick up from the Dollar Tree. Okay, and they have plenty of these. This measures out to be 14 inches tall. Okay, so pick you up one of these. They come in green, gold, silver, and red. So if you, next time you're at the Dollar Tree, pick up one of these trees. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take all of this off, okay? Let me show you how that, and don't throw that away, because we're going to use this, in a, St. Patrick's Day. So the others were easy to come off. Let's see. Let me just get this started here. Okay. So this just unravels. Just like that. Super easy. Hang on to this. Don't throw this away. What you've got now is the skeleton of the tree. Okay. So I have 2 of them here. I actually have like 3 of these. So we're going to set one aside. And what we're going to do, here are some of the other items that you're going to need. You're going to need some 10-inch white Deco Mesh. You're going to cut your Deco Mesh 10 inches. I'm sorry, 8 inches long. So it's going to be 10 inches wide, 8 inches long. And you're also going to need a couple packages of the white chenille stems. And you're going to take these and you're going to cut them in half. So you're going to have, let me open up one and just show you real quick. Because you're not going to need a whole one. So you're going to take one, fold it in half, and you're going to cut it in half, okay? So you're going to need just a half of a chenille stem, okay? After you've cut all of your Deco Mesh, and I'm going to lower my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I won't drop you, I promise. I won't drop you. Let me just rotate this and bring my, oops. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your chenille stem, fold it in half, and you're going to go up as close to the top. And you're just going to do a couple twists, like so. And you're going to do this, what I do is I do this section first. That's with the chenille stem and the Deco Mesh. And then I'll do this section, and then I do this section. Okay? So just take your chenille stem, and you're going to go all the way around. And this is a really fun project, guys, for kids. You know, you will need a little bit of supervision for them, but it's really fun. So once you get the first one on, you're going to need at least 2 to go in the center. and then one to go at the very bottom. And I'll give you guys a close-up of what that's going to look like. Okay, so for this one here, you got one at the very top, two in the center, and then one at the bottom. Okay, and you're going to repeat that all the way around all four of these. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your, you're going to take your Deco Mesh and you're going to roll it. Now remember, this is cut into 8 inches. And after you cut it, I usually just stick it in my finger because you're going to apply 2 of these per chenille stem. So we're going to take the second one and we're going to roll it. And we're going to put these together like a cross. Okay, and then just, you can start anywhere on here. Just lay it in between. And give it about 3 good twists. Then take your pliers here and just cut that back. So here we got the first one on. So I'm gonna repeat the same process all the way down. And all I'm gonna do on this one, guys, is I'm gonna do all of it up to this point, because it's the same process all the way down, okay? Because then we're going to move on. I'm going to show you how to make the head, how to embellish it. There's so many different things you can do on embellishing this. We're going to give him a scarf, a hat, a toboggan. I'm going to teach you how to make earmuffs. If you want to do earmuffs, he's going to have gloves. So we're going to really bling him out. Just cut that and then just kind of bend it inward. Once you start getting more of these on here, that's where your Deco Mesh is going to start sitting upright, because you're going to be forcing it up and sticking straight out. Because if you can see in here, all I did was I went inside with my fingers and I pushed everything outward. Okay? So let me just continue doing a few more of these so you guys can get an idea of how it's going to start looking. I went in and I counted that one, and I have roughly 65 individual chenille stems tied on. Each chenille stem has 2 rolled up pieces of the Deco Mesh. So that's going to give you an idea of how much you're going to need. So you're probably going to need at least 2 packages of the white chenille stems, because they come 25 to a pack. So you're going to need 1 full pack and then part of another pack. And then on your Deco Mesh, I would say, to be on the safe side, get 2 of the 10-inch Deco Mesh. So after you have added this all the way down, this is what it's going to look like. The body is going to look just like this. Okay, you're going to have a point at the top. That's where you're going to attach the head, and that's what it looks like from the inside. The next thing you want to do is, if you want to get you want to get a 5-inch styrofoam ball. This is a 5-inch styrofoam ball. And you want to paint this, paint it white. And I'm going to go ahead and paint this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have plenty of water because the styrofoam is very porous. And you want to get a good coverage of the paint. So I'm going to add some paint to my paper plate. Okay. Now I put a stick on this so that way once it's done, I can put this on a piece of styrofoam upright and let it dry. Okay, so you see how solid that is? So now since this is painted, it's still wet, this would be a really good time if you wanted to add glitter. So here's my tip. Get you a gallon, or maybe it's a half gallon. Is it a gallon? It's a Ziploc bag, the big ones, the gallon size, I think. And you want to pour, you can pour white glitter, you can pour crystal glitter in there, and you can also pour a little bit of silver glitter in there. Put this inside the bag, zip it up, but let the stick, the hang out of the bag, and shake it. Shake the bag real good. And you want to add a lot of glitter and you want to shake it. Once it's covered, and I did this one earlier today. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. Can you see it, kind of the shimmer to it? See how shimmery that is? So I'm going to go ahead and put the head on top of this guy. So you want to remove the stick. You can keep the stick if you want. I'm not going to. I'm going to throw it away. And we're going to hot glue the head right on top. So he's going to look just like that. So we're going to put some hot glue on this. Oh, I'm not sorry. It's okay. And let me just, I'm going to apply some pressure on this and just kind of hold it down. So now some of the things we're going to do to embellish him is we're going to make, I have some top hats we can put on him. I have some buttons that I made out of felt. We're going to dress him up with some buttons. I have some little mittens that I made. So I just want to make sure his head's on good. There's nothing worse than having your snowman's head pop off. So I'm just going to add just a little more hot glue in here. Just rotate it around. Off, and we're going to start with his hat. So at Walmart they have these pre-made little hats. They're actually ornaments, but I thought these would be so cute, and they're only like $1.49 or something like that. So I got these little hats, and what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you guys remember, I used the snow text last time. I'm going to add a little bit more snow to the hat, and I'm going to add a little more embellishments to the hat. So you can do the hat, or you can put a little sock cap on him. Now, I bought this sock cap in the baby section of Walmart today. It was like $1 something. And let's see how well it fits on his little head. Oh, that's so cute. So look, you can put a sock cap on him if you want. And we can embellish this. So when we go ahead and embellish this, so I have some jingle bells. I used, this has got a little pine cone on it. You can hot glue that off to one side, just like that. I think that'll be cute. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of, maybe some little leaves sticking out. And we're just going to, I'm going to put the bow up kind of high on his head, because I still got to add his eyes. I got to add his face, his nose. So we're just going to glue that on there. So he's got a couple little jingle bells, a little bow with a little pine cone. I bought one of these at Walmart. These are the picks at Walmart. This was $1.48. I'm just going to take a couple of these leaves. And I'm just going to hot glue some of these leaves. Actually, I'm going to cut the leaves down because the leaves are kind of big. We're going to hot glue these leaves so they're coming out at the top of his hat like that. Right? So what I did was, you want to take a triangle piece of orange fabric. Okay? And what I did was I took my glue gun and just do a very thin bead of glue right along the edge, like that. And then you're going to take the other half and you're going to fold it in. And that's going to create the carrot for his nose. Now you can make the triangle as wide or as skinny as you want. The size of the ball is 5 inches in diameter. And I bought these at Walmart today, not today, a couple days ago. So here's one carrot that I did already, and it just naturally curled up, which I thought was kind of cool. The ball is 5 inches in diameter. So now I'm going to figure out where I want to put this on his face. But before I do that, I'm going to put his mouth on. Now I'm actually going to paint his mouth on. Now there are several different things you can do for the mouth. You can get some of those large black beads and you can put those on. If you're good at painting, you can paint the face on. I've decided I'm going to paint his face. So I got my black paint. And one trick that I want to tell you guys, whenever you're going to paint a face, make sure you want to thin your paint out with water. You don't want to apply it directly from the bottle. So I'm just going to take some of this black paint right here, and I'm going to add water to it. And I really want to thin it out. And what I'm using, you see that? Very thin. Put the lid back on. So I've already kind of eyeballed where I want his nose to go. So let me just tilt this, and I'm going to go ahead and paint his face. Let me turn it so you guys can see me do that. I'm going to start in the center, and I'm just going to do one continuous line. And you're probably going to have to do a couple coats, because since this is styrofoam and it's porous, you want to make sure that paint gets in really good. And then we're going to come over here. And I'm just going to give him a funny little smile. I'm going to give him one of his lips a little bit thicker on the bottom. Now, like I said, you don't have to paint his face. And there's his face. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue his nose on. And all I do is I open up the circle and I just put a little bit of hot glue right around the edge. And put his nose on. And I'm going to hold it here for just a second while this sets. And then I'm going to go back and do his eyes. And then we've got a scarf to put on him, his little buttons. And I'm going to show you some different options of embellishments and ribbon that you can use for his, here we go. So there's his nose. So now we're going to do his eyes. And I'm just going to do some simple round eyes. Nothing, you know, great. And I think I'm going to give him some little eyelashes coming off. There we go. See his little eyelashes? Okay, this is just a piece of ribbon, and for the scarf, you can use anything you want for ribbon. And let me just give you some examples. Here's a real pretty ribbon that you can use. You can use that. If you want your snowman to be a little bit on the wild side, here's a cheetah print. That's real cute. You could also use something like this. If you want to do your snowman in blues, this is a real pretty one to use for your blue. You can also give him a candy stripe scarf. And then this one is just a plain red velvet. It's just red velvet. So there's, you know, just give you guys some ideas of different ribbon you can use. If you have an old scarf that you don't use anymore, take that scarf and cut it in strips. You know, you can do that as well. So this ribbon, I cut this ribbon, let me measure it out for you guys. There's 24. Let me fold it in half. Hang on. And I just kind of eyeballed this. So, well, let me go this way. So this is 28 inches. 28 inches, a long piece, 28 inches long. And I took the wire out. You know how it has the wire? I pulled the wire out, and then I took my scissors and I frayed the ends. And that's all there's. Yeah, I love the buffalo print too. So now we're just going to take this and we're going to tie it around his neck. And since I got all the embellishments on his hat on this side, I'm going to bring his scarf to come around on this side. And you might have to fold the scarf in half. Let me see. Let me just fold it in half. And because it's kind of sticking to the curls, and you want to make sure you pull those curls down so the scarf is not sitting on top of the curls, which is kind of hard to do. So there. So now we're going to take this and we're just going to tie just a loose little loop. You can tie a bow if you want. Like I said, whatever you want to do. And I like my scarves to be long, so it's hanging all the way down. So now what we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of embellishments on the end of his scarf. So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm sticking with this same theme here, and I just want to show you real quick some of the things that I found. Check how cute this is. These are little shovels, and I think I'm going to add a shovel on here. I think that is so cute. I got these at Walmart. They were $1.98. They're just little miniature ornaments, but look at that shovel. Isn't that cute? See, I can tie that on and have that little shovel hanging down. That is so cute. Some of the other things I got was some little gold pine cones, little tiny gold pine cones. I also got some little candy canes, little candies. You can add those. So I'm just going to tie that. Make sure the right side of the fabric is facing out. And I'm going to tie that little shovel on. I think that is so cute. I love this little shovel. So let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm going to take a piece of this. I'm going to just come up. Whoops, dropped my shovel. Come here, shovel. Oh, let me put the shovel on the right way. And we're just going to tie this on. I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to rotate this to the back so you can't see the knot. So look how cute that is. Yes, the hat is from Walmart in the baby section. So it's a newborn hat. And then I think what I'm going to do, just to give it a little bling, I have some of these little crystal things here, or I've got some of these. I think I'm going to take a green one, put a little bit of hot glue, and just pop that right on there. So there we go. Super easy. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add his buttons. So what I did was I took some black felt and I just cut little circles. Okay, because we're going to do 3 buttons down the front. And then I took some white paint and I actually painted like the little buttonholes and like with the stitch. Now you can put real buttons on here if you want. I didn't have any buttons, so I'm just using felt. So I painted all 3 of these the same way. So let me just go ahead and I'm going to hot glue. And I'm going to put one in the middle first just so I can get the rest of them on there even. Remember, you can use regular buttons if you want. I didn't have any regular buttons. So the hot glue is, the felt works just as well. And just kind of press them. And so there's his buttons. Now he needs arms. He needs some arms, right? So I made some mittens for him, and I'm going to show you how I made them. I have a set of black mittens, and I have a set of red mittens. So here's all you have to do. You just want to get a piece of felt, and you can use red or black, whatever you want to use. And I took a pen. Where's my pen? And I just drew what I thought what a mitten would look like. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let me just show you what I drew. And then I just cut it out. And that's my template. Once you get it cut out, then you can lay this template right on top of another piece of felt and cut out the matching one. and there's a mitten. So you have your 2 pieces of mitten, right, that you cut out. You're going to take one of those pieces of chenille stems that you had already cut in half, and you're going to fold that in half, and you're going to cut that. So now you've got a you got a quarter piece of your chenille stem. You're going to put some hot glue on one end, and you're going to lay that right down like that. Okay? And then you're going to take some more hot glue. Oops, sticking to my finger. Ah, let go, let go. And you're going to run some glue right along the edges of the mitten. And then just a little bit of glue right in the center. And then you're going to take the other piece of the mitten, and you're going to lay it right on top. And just kind of press down. And then after it dries, whatever doesn't match up exactly, you can go back with your scissors and just kind of trim it so everything matches. And that's it. That's all you got to do for making his mittens. Super easy. So now we're ready to insert his little mittens. So I'm going to just take some hot glue right on the edge of the, whoops, not too much. You don't want a lot. You don't need a lot. Look at him forward and just insert that mitten right in between the curls of the Deco Mesh, just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And there we go. Look at him. Isn't he cute? I love him. I love his little face. It's called Snow Tex. T-X. It's real thick. And all you need to do, let me show you how thick this stuff is. Okay? And when it dries like cement. So we're just going to put a little bit of snow on his cap. Just in places. Doesn't have to be a lot. I'm going to put a little bit of snow on his carrot. We'll put a little bit of snow. Let's see. We'll put some snow over here on his embellishments. Some on the leaves. Make sure you get the back. You want to make sure you put some snow on his back of his hat. Like I said, it just gives it that little extra, you know what I mean? Isn't he cute, guys? Now, if you really wanted to finish him off, I would take a piece of white, let me find it here. Do I have any? Some white felt, cut a circle, and glue it to the very bottom so you can't see the inside, and that just gives him a finished look. And again, thank you so much for watching me, and if anyone makes one of these, please send me a picture of it. I know. All right, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you back here tomorrow night.